Hello, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Braid Talk Show. I am your host, Tony Nicole.
I am your host, Crystal Rogers.
And I'm your host, Danny Nicole.
And we are blessed with another host, our honorary host, the beautiful, talented Julie Logan is with us. So we are so happy and glad and blessed that she has joined us on this show today. So y'all make sure that y'all give her some love. Hey, Miss Julie, how you doing today?
Hey, beautiful ladies. I'm doing wonderful. How are you all?
We doing good. Looking
Doing
all
good.
I should have wore some pearls. I shouldn't have wore this. I should have worn my pearls, because the pearls is popping around her neck. I should have worn pearls.
Pearls is kind of my thing, is my signature thing with my initiative that we'll talk about later. But pearls is just one of those things that I love to wear. It goes with anything.
And you wear it well. Okay, you wear it well.
Yes, you do.
So we have another exciting show that's coming ahead for us, guys. We are still, of course, going through things with the pandemic, but we're hopeful because guess what? Things are shifting. The states are opening back up in different phases. So we're excited, and we're going to move forward with optimism, and we're going to also have faith because guess what? We walk in it and we clothe in it. Okay, so let's just say that. But as we go into our show, we talk about topics of the day. We also have an exciting guest that's going to be on later, Dr. Latoya Benjamin. So we are going to be enlightened to have her on the show. But we also going to let Miss Julie pick later on a topic. Since she is the queen, invite on this show, we're gonna let her choose the topic. That's right, honey. Yeah, you're part of the whole queendom. Okay, this is the queendom, the Brave Talk queendom.
Snatch you in here. I'm snatching you up in here, honey. I'm snatching you. Come on.
All right, so let's get going. So what's been going on, ladies? Crystal, what's happening in your neck of woods?
Well, they are opening up everything from water parks to amusement parks. Everything in South Carolina is starting to open up, which is the beaches are open up. I was at the beach last weekend, looking good, and everything's starting to open up. Still be safe, social distancing, and also washing your hands. And but yeah, everything's starting to look up. I went to the mall today, and it's 6 feet. You have to stay 6 feet back from each other, and they're making you. I went into Belk's, and they're making you like wash your hands and make sure you had a mask on. Is like, okay. So
a lot of those department stores, a lot of those department stores are still. They're like, you cannot come in without a mask on.
Yeah,
like they're very adamant about that, and I don't blame them, because you still got people out here that do not know that they're carrying it. There's some folks that are probably already been diagnosed, but they don't want to stay in. They feel like if they are with the proper protection, they'll be okay against everybody else, but that's not necessarily true.
And all the makeup and stuff is like covered up in saran wrap. I mean, you cannot, test nothing because they're not doing no makeovers, nothing like that for sure at all. But yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, so you can't do no makeovers at the mall, ladies. Okay?
No.
No, you better go to YouTube University. Come on.
DIY, okay? DIYs is always good. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You can pretty much build a whole house on YouTube. Okay,
Amen.
If you just look it up, research it, you can do it. You can.
Plumbing, electric. Well, I don't know about electric because if you're not really, good with that, you might shock yourself. Okay, don't do that.
Let's not encourage somebody to look up about being an electrician on YouTube. We're not gonna do that. So what's happening in the A, Daddy? Tell us what's going on.
Well, I mean, the same thing. I mean, the traffic is really, picking up and stores are opening. The census around here, people are still scared. Some of the salons are open, but majority of them aren't because they're still kind of scared. They're saying 2 weeks. will open in 2 weeks. 2 weeks come and they're not open because they're scared. And women have every right to be. You know, you can't, you don't really know what's going on with everybody coming up in there. You don't know their hygiene. You don't know if they're coughing, if they're hacking. You don't know anything. You know, you want to protect yourself, and I get that. So yes, people are still very, walking in a certain way. They're not really, accepting everything right now. So,
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's true because, like I said, I've been listening to the news and everything and seeing how, like today, restaurants are open at 50% capacity. And now some of them have revamped how they're doing things. Like some of these, let's say, for instance, Golden Corral. Golden Corral has decided to turn their buffet restaurants into cafeteria style.
Wow.
Just stop people from touching the handles, of course, So now you got to have your plate up here so people can go ahead and put it on there for you. You cannot touch it. You have to go through a rope area. You're going to have to stand on those dots that's on the floor to tell you where you need to stand. And that's it. And you go sit your butt down and eat. Or
you know what?
No,
I'm
I'm very picky with somebody serving over my food. So
right. Right. I mean, right. Sometimes I have to watch people closely at K&W Cafeteria. I don't know, viewers, wherever you are that's watching in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, we got K&W cafeterias, Piccadilly cafeterias, stuff like that, J&S. It's all cafeteria style food. But it's still, I'll be looking and being like, okay, now, how's she scooping those greens on that plate?
But isn't it still better than somebody kid touching everything? Like,
Yes.
I mean, isn't it still better?
Like the chocolate fountain where kids
put
their strawberries in and they're putting their fingers in. Oh my gosh. I got sick every time.
That's the ones you see, they little hands going in.
Stick their finger in.
It's supposed to be chocolatey goodness. But
if my kid did that, I would wear him out.
What'd you say, Julie?
I was going to say, but you know what? If you really think about it, it's no different than what was happening when we go to the restaurants. Or we order online and we go pick it up. We don't know what they're doing. At least I guess I changed my mind. At least at K&W, you can kind of see.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
But when you go pick up your food or they deliver it, no idea what's happening.
Yeah. You got to really take caution now because it's honey, praying over everything, the utensils.
Amen.
The bag that it was carried in. We got to do it all. We have to do that. But they said that they were thinking of a second option, which is family style, bringing all the food out to the table and everybody just eating that. And to me, I think if I was to vote between the two, I would say family style. Just bring everything to the table. That way I ain't got to worry about standing. I'm still in risk because even though I'm 6 feet in this roped out area, I still don't want to be close. So, we'll see. Good luck with that on so let's move forward. So around this time we talk about the different topics, discussion. So Julie, I'm gonna turn it over to you because what's going on? Like, what would you like to talk about on this show today? Like something that's gonna get our minds turning.
Well, one of the things that I thought about, with this new normal quote or topic that you're hearing a lot these days, what it really made me really think about, are we becoming like the Jetsons? Do y'all remember the Jetsons back in the day? Had their robots. Everything was kind of like you push a button, it was right there. I'm like, so due to the pandemic, everything is becoming so self-sufficient, online delivery, and rightfully so, as we just talked about, for the safety and wellness. But when you really when things really open back up, will it actually go back to the normal, or will this be our new normal? You know, you think about it, you got delivery now at the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go online and order what you want. Now that I will not do. Then you have these equipment in your home and you just speak to it and they'll bring up music. Then you have those little, what they call it, the little vacuum cleaners, the robotic vacuum
Yeah, it
cleaners.
just goes on by itself on the floor.
It's on a time schedule. It knows when to go vacuum. And I'm like, really? So that's my topic for the day. What are your thoughts about, will we able to go back to normal, or is this our new normal? And are we becoming the Jetsons?
Yeah.
I think we're becoming the Jetsons. I
Mhm.
really do. Because we have Alexa, and you can tell it to turn on your lights, or what should I eat today, or
Mhm.
or am I out of my medicine? I need to reorder it and stuff like that. It's kind of spooky a little bit, but and on Amazon you can order your food. You can order everything, come right to your door.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
You can even tell Alexa to tell you a joke, and it'll come up with a
Oh, I
corny
like
joke,
that part.
you know, or a game. You know what I'm saying? It becomes personal. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit that when I get home, I say, Alexa, I'm home, and guess what Alexa say? Oh,
Yeah.
welcome home, Danny. Welcome home. I imagine that Alexa's going like this. Welcome home, Danny, like that. That's just me. That's just me.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, it's so much convenience.
Yeah.
Things are easier. Now we're coming up with more and more stuff to create, so it will be less, I say, wear and tear on us. But when we need that going, we need to not be lazy, and that's what we're going into. I feel like in lots of ways we're going into a laziness where
Yeah.
there's things that's happening for us, but that's when you have to amp up the fitness, amp up the working out and stuff.
But I really think we're in an era right now to where folks really have to adapt really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Things are
Yeah.
changing
Have
so
to.
fast, from everything from a technology perspective. Businesses also going to be looking at it differently because it could be a
Yeah.
cost, right? You
Yeah.
got people working from home versus coming into the office. Well, that's electricity bill you don't have to pay for.
Mhm.
So I think now people are going to have to think differently, as we all have been.
Mhm.
Be ready for change because it's coming whether we want it to or not. So
That's
this
true.
is new normal. What we want to call it, Danny? Hashtag Jetsons.
Hashtag,
Yeah,
just a way of life. Ha!
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's kind of shift gears a little bit, and please forgive me, y'all, because I just got so excited because my sister was on here. I want to turn the spotlight on to you, Julie. Tell us what's going on with you. Let's highlight you for a moment before we go into the second part of our show.
We could have kept going with that.
How about you, girl?
Well, so like everybody else, I'm just trying to survive and just in survival mode right now. But from a personal perspective, I have a few things going on. And some of you may or may not know, I'm an actress and singer, and then I'm also a praise and worship leader at my church, the Park Church here in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I love. And also, most recently, I got signed on with Evolution Talent Agency out of Atlanta, Georgia. So I've been busy doing some self auditions here at the house, which is a new experience. That's been good. Have been having time to really get into my business, which is Logan Business Support Services. It's a virtual assistant company. We provide services in social media, administrative assistant, virtual events, content development, business project management. I'm also a certified executive and life coach. So if anybody need a life coach from an executive perspective, holla at your girl. And then upcoming projects that I have going on. Before the pandemic, I was selected to be a part of an independent film that, of course, got on hold right now, so I can't really talk about it because I signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. I'm really excited.
Okay.
And then I'm also still doing some stage plays. I've been a part of a production called G. Davis Productions out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Been with them for about 11 years. And I love theater. I love just, seeing the reactions of families and friends and how they come to you after a show and say, you have really touched my life, my family. If I didn't know any better, you all were predicting my family. And that in itself, I just love just hearing the messages of people. So that means that, God is working through the different projects that I've been a part of. And so that's been me, the serial businesswoman.
I know that's right. I mean, I was going to say, what is it that, what is it you don't do, Julie? I mean, it seems like
You do everything.
I see, but if y'all can't see closely, she has an S on her chest for Superwoman. So it's right there, kind of camouflage a little bit into the shirt. And
Well, let me flip that, Tony. The S that you see is for survivor, because I'm also a 15-year breast cancer survivor. So I'm always in survivor mode. Life is precious. God has been good to me. He surrounded me around great people such as you all, provided me with blessings and opportunities. So for me to sit here and not give him the praise for all that he's done for me, make me run around. Come on.
I'm about to throw my laptop. Right
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what it's all about. I give it all back to him because he millions didn't make it, but I was one.
Come on. Let's go.
Tony, you started it.
I know, I couldn't help it though, but I saw it, and it was the spiritual, I just saw that. So yeah, but that's awesome. It's amazing because you are an inspiration. Julie, you have a glow about you. Every time I see you, you have a glow. And that's because of your, steadfastness and dedication and beauty. You have that. You wear it as an honor, a garment. So I have to say, it's an honor, it's a blessing for the connection. And when I tell you, like, I'm going to share this real quick before we go to break. How I met Julie, and it's the same time that I met Crystal Rogers at the beautiful stage play with Robert Grant. And when I tell you, I think was it the first rehearsal? I think it was the first rehearsal that we had. This woman was standing up there after rehearsal was over. You remember Crystal? She stood up there and she gave such an enlightened speech.
Yes, it was awesome. Yes.
To the point that I stood there like, wow. I was just in amazement because everybody gravitated to the words that you were giving. And I think from that moment on, people started to pick up their gifts and they started to push forward and was doing everything they needed to do to make the production. So, that was amazing. And I will never forget that because I was like, wow. Even though I wasn't no actor in the play, I was just sitting back as, as the casting manager, but still, I was like, you never want to miss out on those moments. I mean, don't you agree, Crystal?
Oh, yes. Her singing. I mean, I was backstage and my makeup was like running. I had to go back and fix it real quick before I went on. But even my husband, I mean, he cried. I mean, you were touched. I mean, you touched us. You are, I mean.
Look, don't make me mess up my makeup now, y'all. Come on.
Y'all don't understand. Julie was singing, "It Ain't Over." At the play, when I tell you,
I wish you give us a little bit right now. I wish you give us a little bit right now.
Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. That there.
Woo.
She did that even when she was rehearsing it, it was
yes.
Like, I said, Holy Spirit, get ready to walk up in here right now and get ready to shake us all loose, okay? But
that was awesome.
During the performance, when she went there and I hate that some of you guys missed it out there, viewers. If y'all did catch it, I know it blessed you all. But I'm telling you, um, I have to say it. It was angels there. It had to be, because that's what was coming out.
But
So,
That was
say that the Lord was just all in the production overall,
yes,
just
he was.
different messages that were shared,
Yes.
from domestic violence to PTSD to having cancer. So when you have multiple people sharing those type of stories, and you
Come on.
and it was my first stage play, and I give you the honor. You taught me so much, and to be me, play the part instead of being Crystal. I mean, you taught me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's what it's all about. It's just pulling out of others what you see in them. They may not see it right within themselves, but somebody else see it. And so that's what it's all about. It's just bringing the best out of a person.
You said I did the crying part really well.
Oh.
Listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we should have our guests coming on board. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Are you in need of a virtual assistant? Well, at J. Logan Business Support Services, a virtual assistant company, we focus on helping you maintain and or streamline your business operations while minimizing the hassle of busy work. To request services, contact us at info@jloganbizsupport.com or visit our website at jloganbizsupport.com and allow us, your virtual assistant, to lift the weight while leaving you with peace of mind.
Well, welcome back to Brave Talk Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our special guest for today. It's none other than Dr. Latoya Benjamin. Dr. Benjamin, born and raised in Rock Hill, South Carolina, has a doctorate of education as well as a master's of education from Walden University. But not only that, she will obtain yet another, can we say two, Masters of Education Leadership from American College of Education later this year. During her day job, she teaches science at Rucker Middle School in Lancaster, South Carolina. Can you all please join me in welcoming Dr. Latoya Benjamin to the show?
Thank you, Miss Julie. Thank you, ladies.
Come through. Come on through.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Latoya, I love saying that for some reason. It sounds like you need to be on Married to Medicine. Dr. Latoya.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to take a few minutes to chat with you, if you don't mind, and I'll kick it off with a question.
Okay.
Can you tell us what inspired you to obtain your doctorate degree?
What inspires me?
What inspired you to obtain your doctorate degree?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to be in higher education. And I think my parents more so set that fire in me to achieve. I've always been a go-getter. I don't believe in people telling me no. And I'm a risk taker. So I just like to challenge myself to see what I can do and push myself. And that's really what inspired me to just do it. It just started with me loving education. My dad was, he used to run college tours when I was little. So just to see, and being an African-American woman and not seeing scientists like me, I wanted to pursue that. So when my dad took me to all of these college tours and I seen people like me doing big things, I'm like, I want that.
That's awesome.
I think this looks good. I want to be that. I want to be that person. I want to stand up and I want to teach. I want to do those things. I want to be recognized. I want to be known. And so my dad just told me, reach for the stars. You can do whatever you want to do and just work hard and don't let people tell you you can't do it. Use that as your motivation. And that's what I did. And here I am, Dr. Latoya Benjamin.
Dr. Latoya.
Yeah.
Yes. So also I was reading in your bio that you shared that you have a partnership, or you partner with Get Fit with Troy Fitness Center, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For nutrition, counseling, workshops to their members. So if someone that's listening today was interested in receiving that same type of information, can you share with us some of the topics or some of the information that you share from a nutrition perspective?
Yes, when we first, one of the partners with Get Fit with Troy, Mr. Colando Brown, he and I went to high school together. And so we reconnected about a year or so ago, and, you know, just catching up. And when we were catching up from, you know, when I was in college, what I was doing now, he was like, oh, you know, I'm doing this thing with my uncle. We're starting this gym. We could really use your input on how to incorporate nutrition into our gym. You know, and we all know, and if we don't know, nutrition is 80%, or health and fitness is 80% of what you do and 20% of physical fit. So eating, if you can run miles per day all day long, but if you're not really fueling your body the way it needs to be fueled, then it's not going to mean a hill of beans at the end of the day. So our vision for introducing nutrition to Get Fit with Troy was to offer the members at the gym a new experience. We wanted to try to set apart what other gyms and fitness centers was doing to really shine a light on what Get Fit with Troy was doing. So the center of our initiative was community. We wanted to give back to the community. And what way to do that and to make it personable. So our whole goal was to make house calls, call them in, look in their refrigerators, talk about what was their challenges with being fit, what's their goals, what they want to see for themselves, what's their why. Why did is it a medical reason? Is it, to lose weight? Or is it to overall just be healthy? Or is to rid yourself off of medication? And so that's kind of how we started. And from that, we birthed the Nutrition 101 workshops. And so each month, our goal was to focus on something within nutrition, within our community, what was plaguing our community that we can connect with to keep them coming. Because we want them to be physically fit, obviously, but we want them to live a long life. And we want them to not be on medication. We want to rule out misconceptions too. So it's amazing how people will say, oh, I eat healthy, I'm good. And then when you get them talking about what they did have to eat, and you'll say, well, how much of that did you have? Well, what was the portion on that? Well, did you drink some water? Well, did you do this? And then you're like, oh, no, I guess I really wasn't eating really healthy. And so, that's what it is. People assume they know and they don't know. So education is the key. So once you give them and that light bulb goes off, it's like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. So that's what the initiative at Get Fit Troy we were doing at Get Fit with Troy. And we hope that, after all of this and the opening up of the state, that we can continue, because we got a lot of good feedback of people wanting that. And before I got into teaching, I believe in house calls. I believe in going to your home and talking. That's what they did back in the day. And I believe that. What better way to show people how to do it and continue going at it by teaching them how to do it, and I think that connection is key. Giving them support, letting you know that, hey, I'm here for you. You got questions, it's okay. If you fail, let's start over again tomorrow. And that's what our goal is at Get Fit with Troy. And that's what I want to move that nutrition counseling into. It's not a judgment thing. It's just an education thing. We want everybody to be great. We want everybody to live to their hundreds and whatnot. So that's what we want.
Good.
At Get Fit with Troy.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, seriously, that initiative is really great. That's something that we actually need. I want to kind of shift gears a little bit and just ask you what your thoughts are about our current situation with concerning COVID-19.
I look at it as a blessing and a curse almost. I look at it as a blessing because I feel that, you know, it's forcing people to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And with being uncomfortable, you got to try and find a new normal. And it's a time for us to reflect. And although I hate that our, you know, country, our nation is, you know, mourning as far as the loss of a job and you know, not being able to take care of their family, but I believe in design and God's purpose, and I feel there is a reason for everything. And sometimes I think we just got to sit and listen. We gotta listen, and we gotta think, you know, why is this happening? Or what can I do within this time of wait? Because actually people have stopped, you know, mortgages is not collecting. So it's like the stress of having to pay your mortgage, they're giving you some, you know, bereavement there. So it's like, okay, let's not stress about stuff we cannot control. But what can we do today? We can focus on our family. We can better our health. We can catch up on some literature, read a good book, you know, do something that we've never done before. So that's what I look at as this pandemic. I hate that people are dying. I hate that, you know, our world has been shook, but maybe that's a good thing because maybe we got too comfortable. We got too comfortable with certain things, and now it's forcing you to try something different. You know, and now we see that the world can really operate at a different capacity and different alternatives. So what used to work may not be what our solution is moving forward. So that's kind of how I see the COVID thing. I haven't really, you know, I miss teaching my kids, but it's forced me to do other communications. Like I love the fact that I have a platform that I can change education. I can change how we view it. You know, what I look for that positive, not that it's a bad thing. So sad that it happened, but I think it's a positive on the outlook. It's bigger than us that we have to think about.
Awesome.
Latoya, you're so awesome. I could listen to you all day. Were you faced with any challenges during this coronavirus?
No, ma'am, I wasn't. I can't say that I was with any challenges. You know, not really. My dad has taught me a lot of things, and he taught me how to save. So I always had an emergency fund. I just never worried about tomorrow. I always live in the moment of today, and I just count my blessings day by day. So for me, I didn't allow it to burden me. My day went about as usual. The one thing that I just loved is that I could get up and I can go for a jog every morning. I couldn't do that going back and forth to Lancaster because I woke up too early. So I love cooking. So it allowed me to be very creative in the kitchen and, you know, my girls and do things like that. So I did not, and I'm fortunate, I guess, in my own capacity that I did not have any challenges, you know, but I just step in where I can help. Like my mom had some challenges because she couldn't work, and now she's about to have surgery. So for me, it allowed me the freedom to be there for my family. You know, I was grateful in the fact that I am a salary worker, you know, I'm contracted. So, you know, where can I help? You know, if I can help my siblings out in any capacity, then use me as you will. But I did not suffer any challenges.
Awesome. Well, Latoya, I'm telling you, you are a true inspiration. Your story, your testimony is a blessing to all, especially our viewers that are watching. Can you enlighten us on, is there any other avenues that you would like to pursue? I mean, you're a doctor, fitness, you know, what else?
Well, actually, I'm glad you asked. Me and one of my other colleagues that I finished my doctoral degree with, we have a true compassion for education. And let me be clear, it's two set of people in education. You have people in education who want to check, who's there because we get these free vacations, summers off. And then you have another set of education who are really, it doesn't matter about money. They're in it because they care and they love what they do. And so for us, we came together and we're trying to create a study that looks at and shines a light on this remote learning. In Lancaster, I feel like we dropped the ball on our kids. We didn't provide them with the resources, because you know we make excuses for our students in rural areas. Oh, and Johnny can't do because Johnny from this side of town, and Susie can't do because this. But the amazing thing is, all these kids have better technology than you and I probably have.
Come on.
The latest of everything else you and I probably have. They can show you how to do things that I can't do.
Come on.
Come on. That's
We
true.
make excuses, but the thing is, we have to, with those individuals and those students in those communities, if we don't set the bar high for them to achieve, then they'll never get there. But if we keep setting the standards low that they can't ever do because of where they're from, then they're not going to ever rise. They're not going to get there. So that bottom 10% that we have catered to, we need to rise that bar for them so they can excel and they can exceed. But we have to, those teachers that have that compassion have to drive that car. We have to be that vehicle, that voice for them. And so my friend and I, that's what we're working on. We're working on a study to really see what can we do in these times of need of education to really push in those communities, in those rural areas, and let them know that, hey, we are here for you to support you, and we don't want you to fail. We want you to rise. We want you to do great things. But if the district is not going to do it, let's try to find some other avenues to provide for them to do it. And so that's what we're kind of working on now, currently. So, and I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm really, really excited about it. And I'm hoping that we can do talks and conferences about it. And that's what my goal is right now, like to take it to the state level. I want to talk to somebody about it.
Come on, Wood. I'm telling you, girl. Listen, we adored you on this show. You hear me? We appreciate you.
I adore y'all because I love to talk.
So what? We're going to bring you back for a segment where we're going to talk about fitness, and I would love to be a part of that segment. I'm going to get some other people involved, some celebrity fitness trainers. We're all going to do a little panel discussion. So this will be like an addition that we'll do for Brave. So definitely we'll have you back. So Brave-ites, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to take a brief break, so don't go nowhere.
Hi, this is Tony Nicole, co-host of Brave Talk Show, also CEO and founder of T&E Networks and T. Nicole Enterprises. I am so happy and glad to present an opportunity to you guys for advertisement. So if you have a business or a brand and you would like to have it featured as a commercial slot on one of our shows, we would love to work with you. All you have to do is contact us via email at t.n.e.networksllc@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.tnenetworks.com. We would love to showcase your brand, your business. We love partnering up with all types of businesses. We want to make sure that you shine just like we do. So make sure that you contact us, and we'll be more than happy to work with you. Thank you, and God bless.
And we're back. Wow, what an awesome guest, Dr. Latoya Benjamin. We really appreciate her being on the show. Powerful young lady. Let me tell you something. It's not going to be the last time you see her on Brave. talk show. So make sure you're going to see her more often. And I feel like you're going to see her more out into the world because this woman has so much passion and fire. She is definitely a person that you will never forget. So, but at this time, we're getting ready to wrap things up for the show. But before we leave, we always want to make sure that we give you guys, our viewers, some inspirational nuggets that you can take with you and plant it deep down inside so it can blossom into a beautiful flower. So, Crystal, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, I was just going to say and tell everyone to believe. Believe in yourself and don't let anyone or anything steal your joy. Just believe.
Awesome. Yes, right. Yes, believe. Danny? Yes.
Oh, yeah. So,
So special.
I think because of the kind of guests that we just had, I feel so inspired. So I'm going to say also believe, but in a way that will cause you to move. The minute you stop believing is the minute you start dying. Okay? So
That's
you
good.
need to understand to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself alive is to keep yourself believing. When even if nobody else believes in you, you believe. You keep going. Okay. As soon as you stop, as soon as you stop, you start dying. A little bit of your self starts dying.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, spit up. Believe. Come on.
Come on with it. Come on with it. All
Believe.
right, Julie.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You know, what I really want to share is it falls right in line with what Crystal and Danny has said, but I wrote something down and I want to read it. And it says, when facing a hard choice, get alone in a quiet place and allow God's Spirit to speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait on His guidance. But while you're waiting, be healthy, be empowered,
Yes.
and be resilient.
Ooh,
That's good.
I love that. I love
Yes.
my God. Okay, well, it's back to me. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to say after all that. That whole thing right there preached from Crystal to Danny. Y'all was tag teaming. So
Bring it on. Bring it on home.
I'm gonna bring it on home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it on home to unstoppable. It's being unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Every time a mountain comes up, you have to create your way around that mountain. Don't let that mountain stop you. Don't let any of those obstacles deter you from where you're supposed to go. You are supposed to elevate and go up higher, not stay down in the valley. You learned everything you need to down there, but now you got to take those fruits and go up. So that means you cannot live. You got to be. That's why you're brave. Okay, that's why you are blessed. That's why you are unstoppable. That's why you are all of these great things. And you have to have that mindset. And don't ever let no one rob you of your joy, your gifts, your word, because all that belongs to you.
You and you only, honey.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank y'all again for joining us. The lovely and beautiful Julie Logan for joining us, our honorary host.
Thank you.
We can't wait to have you back. We're gonna have you back on the show. So don't think this is the last time you're gonna see Julie neither. So we definitely gonna have her back on.
It would be
Yes, absolutely. It is such an honor. I'm telling you, and make sure that you follow. Like, if you got to rewind this show, rewind it so you can get all the information. So you can follow. Also, Julie has a commercial on our show as well, so you get a chance to hear her commercials from time to time between the Elite Life Show and Brave Talk Show. So make sure you catch that information for virtual assistant. But I mean, it's so many gifts out here that she has, and also other people. So we have to learn to support each other. So let's make sure that we do that. But until next time, Braveites, be safe, be blessed, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
love you.
Love you.